Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick Balklage. We have a exciting stream today. We're gonna be kind of talking about some risers, some fallers, drafting some puppies, and I do have a guest. Welcome, Sus Edwards. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, man, doing all right. Can't complain. Getting right into best ball summer. I've been ripping them, and I'm ready to keep the ripping going.
Let's go. So, how many drafts are you at right now?
I think I'm at 28 BBMs, and then maybe like 15 of the other ones.
Wait, time out, time out. Did I hear 28 BBMs right now?
Well, it was going to be 10, before August, and then I didn't get any Jamar Chase teams, and so then I was like, let me keep trying to get Jamar Chase teams,
Yeah.
and now we're at 28 BBMs, and we still don't have any Jamar Chase teams.
28 BBMs is crazy. I'm gonna have to dive a little deeper because I'm kind of curious with your exposures for that. Um, okay, let's see. Yo, good morning, good morning. How you doing, K Mac? So 28. So what is your goal for BBM? Is there a chance you max it?
No, there's no chance. That would be a very bad financial move for me to do. Last year, didn't have the best luck with Best Ball Mania, had luck with
Yeah.
other competitions, and so I'm going to do at most 75 and
Yeah.
stick to the 3, 5, $10 stuff otherwise. How about you?
So I think one of the most important things is how you manage your portfolio because I think it's easy to get carried away, right? Like
Right. Oh,
we
yeah.
like I love drafting, bro. Like I just keep depositing and I don't realize how many drafts or how much money I spent. And then I have like bills coming up. I'm like, oh shit, like let me chill out a little bit. I think for BBM, I don't know if I'm a max yet. I'll probably do like 75 at least. And then for puppies, the schnauzers, I'm gonna do a lot of those, and then do a few high stake tournaments.
Nice. That's a good blend. And
Yeah,
for
man.
BBM, I'm trying to keep it personally, just like my strongest takes. Like if there's guys I don't really like, I'm like, I'm just not going to take them in this contest that is such a lottery. I'll take
Yeah,
for me, I guess a guy like Tajay Spears or Trey Benson and like the puppy or whatever. But I got to really like the guy if I'm going to take him in the BBM.
100%. Best ball on Cali, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, one thing I've done so far from the last 2 years is I'm a lot heavier on my exposures of players right now. Where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take the guys I want to take. Obviously I want to diversify with some players, but if I think a guy's a still in the 6th round, I'm gonna take him every time.
Now define high exposure. What is your highest right now?
I'll go to right now.
Speed.
Yeah. So I think I've done 50 drafts so far. I've done
Oh
three
wow.
BBMs, 41 puppies, and 6 schnauzers. So if we
Oh,
look at my
okay.
exposures, so this is what I'm talking about because last year my highest exposing player was I think 25% Jalen Polk,
Hmm.
which we all know how that went, right? Um, but
That's
right now,
neither here nor there.
yeah, not neither here or there. Chris Olave right now, 44%, and George Kittle, 44%. So I have multiple players over 40%, where my highest last year was 25%.
Those are some big stands in the middle rounds.
Yeah, man. You know why I think I'm taking stands on these guys is because I still don't know how I rank everybody. So I feel like for George Kittle, a lot of the receivers are in the same range for me when it comes to projecting them. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take the tight end.
Right.
So it might be a cop out because I'm like I'm too lazy to try to dissect every single player in ranking. So like I'm just gonna take the tight end that I think could outscore them.
I'm going to
And
take the guy with the different color next to his position. Too much
exactly, yeah.
orange. I'm going to do the blue for now and take
Exactly.
whatever's there later.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these players will come down because I'm gonna obviously adjust and change. Like having 36% Jalen right now, I don't feel great about that.
Mm.
Like I like him, but I mean, if Ollie Gordon's number two, right? Like Jalen Wright's gonna, you know, fall.
Yeah, it's a interesting one for sure. I mean, he has the seniority over Ollie Gordon, but did they bring in Ollie for a reason, and Alexander Madison,
See, I didn't even know Madison was there.
brought
Hmm.
him in.
Yeah, I mean, one of them. I mean, Ollie does fit the Raheem Mostert as in like maybe that big guy that's gonna get the carries by the goal line or like first and second down. But even Madison, I mean, Madison, I didn't draft much Madison last year, and he actually had some spike weeks.
Right.
So
Now he had a
uh,
sneaky decent year.
he did. Right, falling to the 18 sometimes now. Yeah, like I'm not surprised with that. Like I think he's gonna be a polarizing player. Ollie could be the Jeff Wilson replacement, 100%. Um, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna draft a puppy right now and just get
Sounds
into it.
good. That
Also, are you gonna be doing any other of these contests like the Eliminator, the sprint, the marathons?
I don't know about the sprint or the marathon. I will definitely be maxing the eliminator. That's my favorite contest. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm waiting on that one though for the schedule release.
Do the real quick if anyone's watching wants to hop in plus 7 for a 20 sec puppy. Um, do the eliminator. That is one I feel like I think maxing the eliminator could be like the biggest EV compared to all the contests.
I'm inclined to agree, especially if you like have a decent game plan and like really think out the teams you're building. If you're
Yeah,
kind of just spamming and you're like, bye weeks don't matter, you're just going to get wrecked. But I think
yeah.
if you go in with the right portfolio and the right game plan, you could make a good run.
What? Because I've been kind of thinking about this because it's like like how do you treat the eliminator different than let's say BBM?
Uh, I kind of flip how I prioritize running back and wide receiver, whereas BBM, I'm like very wide receiver centric or the puppy or anything like this. In the eliminator, I'm definitely prioritizing running back scoring. I'm
Hmm.
prioritizing running backs that catch passes, as opposed to running backs that are dependent on the touchdowns. Because you got so much volatility with like a guy like Derrick Henry. One week he could score 28, but the next he could score like 9. I kind
Yeah.
of like that Jameer Gibbs 15, 16, 15, It's kind of about last year the target score that because I made the eliminator final. I had a couple other teams almost make it.
Hmm.
Um, the target score each week was like 120. It's like, how do I keep hitting 120 every week with upside?
Yeah,
And
100%.
that was through a lot of running backs.
So we did get into a lobby and we pulled the 1-2 turn,
I love
which
it.
sometimes you're gifted like
It's nice right now.
it is because we'll talk real quick for the eliminator. I agree with you where I think the move would be because if you're basically you're 1v1 someone each week and like I want a guy like Jacobs, a Barkley, Gibbs. Like, I just want a running back that's going to be consistent. Because
Yeah.
if last year, if they dropped this contest and you got Barkley in the second round, right, and then you paired him up with Derrick Henry, which would have been, I don't, could you? Yeah, you could have done that. But let's just
Yeah.
say you got two stud RBs, right? I mean, you're filling those two spots up aggressively.
And
And because receivers are so volatile, it's like if I draft, let's say, CD Lamb in the first round, he could go the first 3 weeks being the receiver like 34.
right.
So
And if I
what?
go CD round 1, I'm definitely grabbing a running back round 2. Eliminator, I'm going running back one of the first 2 rounds for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I think that's a move. I think that's a move. All right. So when you pull the 1-2 turn, what's kind of like what kind of strat are you building? Is it CMC always, or do you like to mix it up?
Lately, it's been CMC a decent amount just because I think he's really going to rise to like the 107 by the end of the summer.
Yeah,
But this puppy's going to fill well before the end of the summer, so it's a little less important to me. Um, I mean, you can get a really fun double wide receiver tap here. It's kind of like whatever the board gives you. I'm not going to pull up anything too crazy right now because
yeah.
I mean, we're going to get one of these 5 or 6 players that are like top in ADP right now. It's like, how could you pass that up?
Yeah, 100%.
How about you? What are you leaning?
So usually Brian Thomas and CMC are the fallers, and I just double click that every time because I like both.
Yep.
Like right here, so right, I mean, we'll see right now. If we get Puka to fall, like I think that'd be pretty great.
Oh yeah,
Um, I just think CMC is like I just love taking CMC here. I just think the upside he brings you with a first round player is just pretty good. So
100%. I'm down
uh,
for that double tap if that's what you do.
yeah, and you know one thing that I'm trying to like what I realized because like when you do so many drafts, sometimes you feel like it's repetitive, and it's like, well, I need to change it up, right? There's like Brian Thomas CMC, like if you get the 1-2 turn a lot, you'd be like, okay, well, I'm tired of taking these two. Let me mix it up and pull up, let's say, A Chan or London, whatever. Where, but in reality, this might just be the best two players to take.
Not only that, but the market's going to make you switch it up when McCaffrey inevitably rises when he's healthy in August. So
Yeah.
it might be boring for like a couple weeks, but then you're going to look back and be like, oh, damn, I'm glad I loaded up and have like
Hmm.
a decent number of BTJ McCaffrey teams because it's just not attainable anymore. And it's something you definitely want.
Yeah, I think CMC, because like we see Genty just like I see him in the mid first round a lot.
Yeah.
I think CMC is gonna go where Genty goes.
Yeah.
Like I think people are gonna be like Puka, like he'll fall back a little bit. I think Brian Thomas is someone that could fall back. Um, so yeah, so I'll definitely be taking CMC as much as I can at the 1-2 turn.
Yeah, it's going to be August. Christian McCaffrey's going to be catching wheel routes in practice, and everyone's going to be like, "So is he fine?" And the Twitter doctors are going to be like, "We've been telling you for 3 months he's fine."
Yeah. Like so on talking about like Twitter doctors and and making players rise. Rasheed Rice, bro. Did you see Jeff Mueller?
Oh yeah.
Right. Rice, like after that, Rice jumped off like half a round.
Why does Rasheed Rice go behind Lad McConkey?
I think that's a fair point, and so right now, I think the concern for Rasheed Rice, like the injury was obviously a concern, but it was a suspension, right?
Right.
Like 4 to 6 games, that's tough to take a third or fourth round player with that.
I agree.
But it looks like he's not gonna get suspended
For this year,
for this year,
with the way
right?
the court case is dragging out, it's like really
Yeah.
dragging out. Drew Davenport, who's like the go-to guy in my opinion for
Yeah.
the legal stuff for fantasy football, has his best guess at the moment is, man, this thing keeps getting kicked down the road. So right
Hmm.
now, I'm willing to draft Rasheed Rice like he is a healthy 17 game player.
100%. And that's where I'm at too, because Rasheed Rice last year, he was let's say he doesn't get hurt and he did what he was doing, he would be a first round pick right now.
Yeah, he's like Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, like I like if he never got hurt, I would be taking Rice ahead of Brian Thomas, Puka probably, because Rice is basically like a Puka Mar St. Brown, but with
Yeah,
Mahomes.
he's like an ARSB clone to me.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
he was going to have the same production as him, just about. Maybe not 10 touchdowns, but he would have had a really good year.
yeah, 100%. So we're up in 3 picks. I
Like if
mean,
Rice is there, like,
Rice, JSN, I don't ever see him fall this much.
right.
Chase Brown, I feel like he's someone that's going to continue to rise. Um, Also too is like Rice and Worthy. I was doing this a lot.
Thank God Chase Brown goes.
Yeah, yeah. Are you not a Chase Brown guy this
Nope.
year?
Oh, Rice and
Okay.
JSN. Come on now.
Yeah, come on, baby.
This is another unique pairing. You're not going to see this 3-4 turn.
This is actually insane. I've never seen JSN fall this far. Like, bro, so like right now we have Brian Thomas as a stud, right?
Yeah.
We have Rice, who potentially could be a first, second round value. JSN, I'm not too high on JSN this year, but if you're telling me I could take him
Just to
at
get
the
that exposure in, you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I like Mike Evans a little bit more than him, but we're going to have so many Mike Evans bags packed. It's like you take the guy that you don't have as much of, that you're not like, it's not like JSN's ass. He's going to be a
yeah,
target monster. We'll take that all day at that price just
for
to get some
sure.
mixed in.
100%. K-Max says Rice started out 1-2 turn or mid second round in 24 big board, was on his way to painting off
Yep,
pre-injury.
100%.
100%, 100%. And it's crazy because some people got. I remember when they were drafting with his suspension risk and all that. He was like going in the 7th, 8th round last year, and then he just kept creeping and creeping.
Yep.
I almost took Jason at 5. Didn't think he'd fall all the way to yeah.
Okay, Max in the draft. Yeah.
Okay, Max in the draft. Where you at?
5-hole.
Oh, this Kev Mac. Okay, what's up? What's up, player? Yeah, I like to start a lot. I've done 50 drafts and I haven't got to start like this yet.
And then you start thinking about like Patrick Mahomes at pick 84.
We got T-Lop, Rishi Rice, Sam Darnold. Well, we probably don't need to do that. One
Mahomes,
thing.
Lawrence. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say. Oh, look, Daniels falls here. That's pretty interesting. With Josh Allen. What? All right.
Let him cook.
Let him cook, man. I was gonna say, like I like taking elite quarterbacks this year. It's tough for me because I love this range of like the Mahomes I'm cool with, but like Baker, Caleb, Kyle, like all the way down. I just love that group of quarterbacks.
Yeah, Baker and Caleb are like blowing out my top 2 quarterback exposures right now.
Yeah,
I just can't stop. If I'm stacking, not this.
yeah. It sucks because I'm really high on Caleb and he'll fall sometimes, but if I don't have a bear, I don't take him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know if that's me. I don't know if that's a blind eye by me because Caleb could run the ball. He could still spike without like hurting. Like you don't need actually a pass catcher for Caleb to help you. We just want that though because it does help.
Yeah, he scrambles too.
He runs like he can run 500-600 yards.
So what do you?
So right here, I mean it's running back a receiver. Receiver. How do you feel about Chris Olave if he falls? Are you?
I'm all about the olive.
You're
the
all about the
Olivier.
olive. Okay, we'll see. And then RB. Who's your RB in this range?
It's gonna be gross, but I pull up
Alvin Kamara.
I pull up Kamara now. Maybe we don't want to do the double Saints. I would understand that. I don't mind flipping the board with Quinshawn.
So
I don't mind Kenneth Walker either.
I might have no RJ Harvey, bro.
At this price, it's too.
I think the double Olave and Kamara is gonna burn to the ground this year, or it's gonna be just because like if we're taking one, I feel like
we bet on the offense.
Yeah, we're betting on Tyler Show that he's a better quarterback than expected, or we're betting on that Derek Carr is healthy.
I mean, that Saints offense was good last year before every single player on the team got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I remember week 2, I think against the Cowboys, they dropped like 50 points.
Yeah, and week 1 they were pretty good too.
They were, yeah, and then it just went dog shit.
And they went full tank. They're like Chris Olave could have come back from the concussion stuff. They're like, you don't need to do that.
Yeah. K-Max says my YouTube username predates my underdog username. Sorry for any confusion. Nah, you good, man. I mean, it makes sense. K-Mac, Kev-Mac, pretty close.
The old misdirection.
This start, I just feel like it just when you could go 4 receivers like these and you have CMC and Kamara, it's pretty nice.
You're just advance me to week 15 and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm sure we're going to take some young rookies. There's some guys I like later. And I think what I'm doing too this year was when I first started doing underdog, I was like against all the old guys. I was like, I don't want no old guys. Just give me rookies.
Right? You were listening to all the best ball streams and you can't take anyone over 28 years old. And
what was it? Slappy, right? A Slappy pick, they say. Slappies. But now this year, like, I'm like, okay, like George Kittle's like 31 or whatever. I'm all in. Kamara, like in the 6th round, like give me Kamara every time. Like it just
I like fantasy points.
I like fantasy points.
A lot of them.
And I don't want to try to be too smart because it's like I think it's a cop out to say like Derrick Henry, the last 4 years, everyone's like, oh, he can't keep doing it.
Right.
He can't. And then how I like to see is like CMC is what, like 29 years old?
About that, I think.
About
Yeah.
that. How old's Kamara?
Probably. I think they might
Same
have been the
age,
same
right?
draft.
So it's like you're telling me CMC, who's like probably has a bigger injury risk, goes at the 1-2 turn, but Kamara, who's like a light McCaffrey, is going at the 5-6 turn.
And they both have extensions. They're both under contract. Like
Yeah.
Kamara just had 1,500 yards, and the team wasn't trying, and they didn't have quarterback play, and he got banged up.
He had the most rushing yards of his career last year, I think.
Yeah. And
Which
now
is
he's
like,
getting a really good coach. Like the
yeah.
system's going to be good. Kamara's
Yeah.
just such a good, especially if you're a wide receiver early guy. It's like, dude, Kamara, you just gotta. And that was a blind spot for me last year, but I'm trying to not have it this year.
Yeah, same here, man. I think last year was a valuable lesson in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So we're up in 3 picks now. Mahomes is there, so we do have that stacking option if we want to do it.
I'm down to do that for sure.
Yeah, and then Swift. Are you a Swift guy?
I'm a little nervous at this price just because we're getting the Nick Chubb rumors, and I'm like, it really feels logical that they would bring someone in, and that'll just allow for a cheaper price.
Yeah. Do you think Nick Chubb would hurt Swift that much though? Do you think like it would be like Swift? Because I would still see Swift as like the main guy there, but Chubb is more of just like.
Who are the other running backs? Just out of curiosity, like Tony Pollard's gone.
Brian, yeah. So it's Brian, Swift, Pacheco. So we have Mahomes here. So I think we're set with Mahomes and Rice.
Yeah.
Now, I'm high end. I think I'm higher on Pacheco than most. So if we want to, we either could do a Pacheco Mahomes thing, or if any of these receivers that you think are.
I would say either Swift or Mooney, if you have
Swift or Mooney.
Whichever you prefer.
Yeah. So we have. We'll go Swift right now.
Sounds good.
My thought process on this is I just because I know the RBs that are gonna be coming up is like I like them, but I also like some of these receivers still.
Interesting. So which of those receivers do you like after Downs?
Okay,
I like Pittman too.
I don't like these receivers.
You're fucking
I just wanted Swift. I just think Swift is such a smash pick right now, man. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
See, I really like the pocket of Jordan Mason and like whichever Giants running back falls. Those feel like couldn't Tyrone no, the offense is way worse. So
yeah,
Tyrone Tracy's not like DeAndre Swift, but
you're probably right. I think because it's like I feel like I think it's also one of those things where I'm saying fuck it, where Swift, because like the receivers here, like I think Mooney's undervalued. I think that might be a blind spot for me because if I could have 5 receivers and Mooney's my 5th, I love that.
I also like Tootin and stuff like that. Even the turn after that, like wide receiver gets so bad, and I'm not doing the Jaden Higgins. I'm not doing the Kyle Williams. You're not going to get me to do these bad day 2 rookie wide receivers. Everyone's going to come with the pitchforks, but I'm not doing it.
I'll tell you the receivers I like here. So Trey Harris, I'm cool with. I'll just see if Justin Herbert can make him a thing. I like Bateman. I think Bateman's a great baseball pick.
I'm about that Bateman life for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know why he's falling.
I can't take Kyle Williams over Bateman. I just can't.
No.
Or
no
Marvin.
Shot.
Yeah, like Marvin Mims. I'm okay with Mims, but I still like Bateman. Are you Rashid Shaheed? If Rashid falls to us, do we take him and bet on the Saints, or is that too much?
That's an interesting one because how many Saints? I guess you're betting that like, oh, the Saints are the thing, but it's like,
yeah.
To what degree? Like they're not going to put up 40 points in week 15 and 16, probably. It's like I feel like Olave and Kamara capture a lot.
Yeah,
I think
the only thing with Shaheed is he was balling before he got hurt.
He was.
He was right. Like I think he was doing better than Olave. And maybe week 17 they play the Bucks, and then it's just a shootout.
The thing is, if we take Shaheed, we got to take Tyler Shuck. So if you want to sign up for
Shit.
that lifestyle, that's the life you're choosing.
Okay, I think you just killed the Shaheed argument. Oh,
That
that's
dream is
funny.
dead.
Yeah, his dream is dead, man. Let's see. Okay, so we're up in 2 picks. Kelsey, I feel like if Kelsey falls, he's kind of like automatic. And then
Okay.
one thing too is okay, so I'm looking at quarterback. I guess we could wait for T-Law,
I would
probably.
push T-Law, yeah.
Yeah. So Kelsey here just kind of bet on the Chiefs offense.
How about the receivers here? Anything besides Shaheed?
I mean, we could pull up Bateman. Like I
I'm
feel
down to
like,
pull up Bateman. I got no problems with that.
yeah. That's one thing too is I'm a lot more comfortable doing this year is like scrolling down. And
Yeah.
because I think last year, like if I saw like let's say someone that wasn't in on fall like 8 picks, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll take him. Now I'm like, I'm reaching like 15 picks on a guy I like.
Yeah, because there's like this inherent thing in your mind where you're like, oh, the order's right. And I'm not getting
Exactly.
value.
Yeah.
But it's like this order is so wrong.
Yeah. Like ADP does a pretty good job generally of like the market value of players, but there's reasons why there's players that are breakouts that are busts because it's on us to identify that and to see, based on the talent and situations.
And also the market does get set by like a collection of like nerds who are full of biases. It's like, for years
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
you can't take Adam Thielen, and then everyone's like, yes, community, we're not going to take Adam Thielen. It's like he was fine. Like, why are we so anti Adam Thielen?
Dude, it's like
So sometimes
we all go ahead.
it's just like we can't just all fall in line. If you believe, Rashad Bateman 9 touchdowns last year, Lamar's still Lamar. Like it's such a smash. They're
Yeah,
not going to
and
take. They're not going to get me to take the new Jalen Polk over him.
100%. And it's like how I see Bateman is like I thought Bateman was really good coming out of college. Like I liked his analytical profile. He's dealt with injuries, but last year he put it together.
Yeah,
And
wasn't
Lamar,
he a first round pick?
he was a first round pick. Yeah, he was a first round pick, and I think with Lamar is like he scrambles a lot, and Bateman's one of those guys that knows how to find the zones, and I think Lamar looks for that.
100%.
This is also a thought process for me where it's like if I have like 4 receivers I think are really good, I want a 5th receiver that has like that boom bust potential that could
Exactly.
spike, right? Like, because if Brian Thomas and Rashee Rice, Jason, like we're drafting them like they're studs. I want a receiver that could go out and put up like 6 for 102.
Right.
Then
JSN
like,
and Olave are the perfect like every week setting that floor. They can have still like a 19-point game. JSN's gone above that, but like Olave's the perfect like keeping us advancing, keeping our scores good, and then you layer in that like Bateman like 90 and 2, touchdowns.
Yeah. I just think this is a good way to structure. Okay,
I'm
so
liking it.
yeah, man, I'm loving it, bro. It's a little sus and Nick special right there.
Hey, yeah.
So we
So
have
T-Law?
yeah, Jared Goff is a follower right now, but I have zero interest in that.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
not trying to backstack Craig Reynolds
yeah, and Tesla.
and Tesla.
So okay, so receivers, it's ugly here, man. Like, I mean,
Just nothing here. And I'm not doing the Hollywood
yeah.
400 yards. I'm not doing the Jalen McMillan 300 yards.
So T-Law, and then do you is Tyre Warner
Oh,
gonna
what
pick
a
it?
piece of
What? Are you serious? Who does he have? Oh, Travis Hunter, that bitch. All right, we gotta move. We could do Dak, Bastak,
we could
or
do a Dak backstack or just Goff raw points. It's up to you.
no.
All
We'll do
right.
Dak. Yeah, fuck it.
Did you want to do any running backs here or Jake Ferguson?
Let's just do Ferg just to get that. I like Ferg this year. I think he's solid. Um,
Yeah. Man, that guy
Damn.
threw a wrench in things, bro. That's the op for life. Who is that?
He
Jake
he's a
Beasley.
he's the ops right now, man. That's who
You're
he
on the
is.
list.
He's
He's
on the
on the
list,
list.
bro. Let me see. I mean, look, at least he has Hunter. If he didn't have
Oh,
like a
okay, all right.
Jag, I would have been like, come on, bro. Like,
I respect it.
I mean, in a way too, like I think Dak is undervalued a little bit as what he could do. Like Dak, every other year, he's like Baker Mayfield. You know, like
100%.
so maybe this is a bounce back. Ferg, I'm 100% okay with. Like he could be the number 2 option there. Maybe we could draft our boy Amari Cooper late.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, you already know we're back stacking with Amari Cooper
You
in
know,
round 16.
bro. Like Cooper, like I just he's 30 years old. He had like 7 years of 1,000+ yards, and last year he got traded. Like I just don't think he's dust. Like it just
Bro, I went back because I crashed out on the stream yesterday about Amari Cooper. That's just kind of my job at this point. You go back and look at the targets. He was actually getting mad targets on the Browns, but he wasn't catching any of them. And the analytics people are going to be like, he was unable to convert his targets into receptions. It's like, bro, they weren't catchable targets.
yeah.
He had 9 targets, 2 catches, 8 targets, 2 catches. It's like because he was receiving ducks from Deshaun Watson, who again couldn't drive the ball 10 yards downfield, let alone the 30 that like Amari Cooper, the 25 yards downfield he was. So if
Yeah,
he can he be Darius Slayton for the Cowboys or Raiders? That's all I'm asking. I think he can be that.
I like if Cooper signed with the Cowboys, which I just think it's all like for me, it's obvious that the Cowboys need another receiver. Where
So
do you
bad.
think his ADP would rise to? Like if they gave him a 1 year, 7 million, contract.
I mean, Brandon Cooks was super cooked, and he was going like pick 110 at a point last year. And
Yeah,
I could see that. Like, are people gonna take? If you scroll up, I guess they're that range is gone
I'd
now.
rather have Cooper than all these guys are here.
All
Like,
those guys. Yep.
yeah, like Cooper. Like you could argue Cooper against Kyle Williams, Cooper against
He's
uh,
kind of in that like Christian Kirk, maybe right behind Bateman.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Like that's where I would feel more comfortable taking him around there.
That round 11, round 10.
Yeah, so we're in 4 pick real quick. Just want to see what K Max saying. Was gonna skip Mason this time since I have so much, but
Might as
if
well.
I'm gonna get him an ADP, Mason's I could see him being like a skeleton key, right? Like Aaron Jones
I
goes
love it.
down and Mason just fucking just
Vikings, David Montgomery.
yeah. I think I haven't drafted much Mason because that's usually where I'm taking quarterback, but I'll definitely need to get some. So who do we have here? We have a 2-3-5-2 build. I feel good about our tight end and quarterback right now.
Yeah.
For RBs, like this RB range is so bad right now.
That's so good.
That's one reason why I did like taking Swift there, just because it gives us at least a third. I mean,
how do you feel about Tillman, aka New Nico?
I haven't drafted much of him right now, but it's
Okay.
like okay, he solidifies number 2, which I like.
Yeah,
But
and he had that stretch.
if Joe Flacco's a quarterback, I think if Joe Flacco's a quarterback, I think Tillman's could be a great pick.
100%.
If they do like the Pickett, Sanders, Gabriel thing, then I think it could be messy. But at least we know that Tillman should be the 2.
What do you feel for the next one?
I'm assuming we're gonna play the Cooper game. Dude, this shit's so bad, bro.
You want to go Leggett first round pick?
Yeah. So I've been taking Leggett. I've been taking Leggett because I feel like he's a first round pick. He's a first round pick that shows some flashes, and I think he could improve, but I do worry a little bit that I think Coker could be a better receiver than Leggett right now, but also I just think Leggett is gonna be on the field more than Coker.
Right. It's like the Quentin Johnston thing from last year. It's like doesn't matter what I think. And I was a big DJ Chark over Quentin Johnson guy.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna put the first round guy on the field. That's just they make the investment. They want to look right.
Yeah, man. And you know, obviously Ted's there. He's the new alpha, but
Yeah,
like maybe Ted's not that good, right? Maybe Ted or maybe the Panthers are good. Maybe the Panthers are just a
that's what I'm thinking is that
yeah.
they might have a bottom five defense and have to shoot out.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I think Leggett it's like if you get like I think Leggett's better than QJ.
Yes, he
Right?
definitely
Like
rules to be, and he doesn't have like the weird drop thing. I mean, he's such a lovable guy. They're not gonna like he's like every video he's in is like the funniest clip I've ever seen.
dude, yeah, like his voice is like that the southern voice and he's eating like squirrels and all that. So
He's got the full Louis V cowboy outfit at the Kentucky Derby. Come on, man.
yeah, at least, you know what? Even if he's a bust this year, at least we got style points.
I'm willing to bet on the drip.
The drip, I mean, if you're talking about drip, the Wanda Robinson Jackson's dart. Oh
That was pretty clean.
yeah, yeah. So up in 12 picks. So I think we're probably doing a 2-7-7-2 build or a 2-6-8-2 build, unless you feel like we need a third tight end.
I wouldn't hate a third tight end just because like Travis Kelsey in December, it's like
No,
he
it's
could
just
get you there, but
yeah. Because if we had Cooper on this team, that's 8 receivers, and then
or 2-5-8-3. I mean, if we make the bet
two
that
five. Yeah,
Swift is like the Bears RB1, then we've got like three guys, and then
you're
we
right
can
about
take
that. Yeah, because we're betting on CMC is healthy all year, Kamara's healthy, and then Swift is a smash.
yeah,
And then we just take two guys we like.
yeah, and there's a lot of guys.
So we could wait for Cooper. He won't
Yeah,
get taken.
yeah.
RB here. So this is basically scroll down who's your favorite.
The first name I'm going to say is really gross. You might not like it, but he's probably going to have 1,000 yards this year combined rushing
Is
and
it
receiving.
Eckler?
It's Austin Eckler, and he's been climbing.
Yeah, he
They
isn't. I
they
mean,
they didn't really address it. He had 700 something combined scrimmage yards last year, and he went on IR, so his pace was about I think like 1,001 or something.
yeah,
And he scores touchdown. Like it's just like he's going
he's
to
a
be
pass
like
catching for sure. Right,
he's
like
just
he's locked
yeah.
in there. Yeah, it is gross, very gross, but at the same time,
He's going to give you a lot of weeks.
and he was efficient last year too.
Yeah,
He was so like it's not like he's a bad RB. He's
by the end,
still
he was
yeah.
out snapping B-Rob by the end.
See that's why I have you here, man. It's those little tidbits. Okay, I'm cool, Eckler. Next pick. Is there a tight end you like here? If not, I would say RB.
Mason Taylor goes. I
Um,
like Fryermuth. He had 7 touchdowns last year. Oh, he's
he's
gone.
not there.
Jarquez.
Yeah.
W scroll.
Yo, I had to like okay, I love doing 20 seconds, but doing 20 seconds live
On a stream is crazy.
it's fucking crazy, man. Yo, okay, so Jarquez Hunter. I'm in on him. I'm in on Hunter, man. I think they like this guy a lot. He brings something that's different than what Kyron and Corin brings. He could be a zero. He probably will be, but like I'm willing to bet the Rams are like, you know what, like this is our future. We don't want to pay Kyron, so let's give Hunter a little chance to prove himself this year.
100%, man. He is, and he's another one of these guys that, like, in last year's class would have easily been a day 2 pick. It's just the prices all got suppressed on these guys. That doesn't mean they're bad players. It's just teams like the Rams, they're not going to go out and get a running back this year in round 1 or round 2. You know, the Broncos were an outlier, but we know from our scouting that this is like one of the deepest, best classes. And the Rams, you know, grabbed one in the middle of the pack, and they really believe in this guy. I mean, the GM for the Rams went to Auburn, like Jarquez. He's like, he was watching it. That means he was watching him basically every Saturday last year. He's like, I need this guy on our team.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I just think he's gonna be someone that could rise with more good reports. Kyron, I mean, Kyron's gonna play a lot no matter what, but I just think, like his body to hold up 3 years in a row being a workhorse and getting like 90% of the snaps. Plus, he does kind of have a fumble issue.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
kind of, you know,
He only takes what's blocked for him. He had a 69 PFF grade last year. He's a good blocker, but he just doesn't create anything. He like
you
just
know,
takes what's there.
you know why he's a good blocker? Because he's like, I'm gonna die or you're gonna die every fucking snap. Like he's a small dude. He's like 5'9", barely 200, but he's relentless though. Like I give him
Yeah.
that. He's a
He's
hard.
he's smart and self-aware in that he's like, this is how I stay in the NFL is by like eating these blitzes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so
Is
we have,
Amari still there by chance?
let's see. Yeah, Amari Cooper's there. I mean, I would doubt someone takes him. I feel like he's just right now. Everyone's kind of like that's the thing too about free agency though is whenever a player's unsigned, no one wants to take them. It's just but
We
then when
saw it
they
with dude Diggs was going in the 130s and now he's in the 70s or
dude
80s.
yeah he's up 60 picks, which is kind of crazy. Um, so real quick, we're up in 4 picks. So Cooper, we're locked in. Tight end. Here, I've been taking a lot of Theo Johnson, just
Yeah.
betting on the profile. We could do the Sanders, kind of betting on the Panthers. Um, I don't do you want
I don't
John.
mind Theo. Straight up starting tight end.
Yeah, Theo, he's athletic tight end. He showed flashes year one. I know Wando caught 93 balls, but um, I just think Theo has a chance to like establish them, establish himself in that room.
And that year two leap for tight ends, they grow so much, they learn so much. And you're starting to get like 5, 6, 7 target games as a rookie, day
Yeah,
3 rookie. So
day
this
three
is like
rookie.
a smash turn for me, these guys.
Yeah, and I like this. I think real quick, I just want to see what Kevin said. Don't forget Panthers will be facing a 4th place schedule this year and playing one of the worst divisions.
That's sharp.
See, that is sharp, man. And who's in the division? Bucks, they get the Bucks twice, high scoring. Saints, I don't know. I think their defense is solid, but that's fine. And then Falcons. So
And we got that Saints versus Panthers,
yeah,
Olavier and Leggett just going at it.
yeah. So I mean, that's our builder now, 2583. I feel pretty good about it, man.
Yeah, and in the world where Christian McCaffrey's healthy, which like that's the world you bet when you take Christian McCaffrey, this running back room gets the job done every time.
Yeah, like Mahomes and Dak, I'm 100% okay with having just the 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
CMC, Camaras with Eckler, Hunter. So it is kind of fragile, but if CMC's healthy all year, we just need these 4 guys just to do something.
Yeah, and Eckler's great leverage. Like something I'm trying to do more this year is get leverage. If I don't have like a Raven, I don't have the best Ravens, like you mix in a Bateman to get like a little leverage.
Yeah, yeah,
Because these teams are going to score points. Like the Commanders are going to score points. And it's like, all right, if Jaden Daniels isn't burying me that week,
yeah.
but the team's scoring points, where does that go? That goes through Austin Eckler, and now we capture that.
I think that's very sharp, man. I think if you're fading a player, because like let's say the Ravens, right? Like I'm not really in on Flowers. I just don't take him right now.
Right.
But I take Bateman. And it's like, yo, if I go in the finals, more people have Flowers, but I have Bateman and he goes off, then that gives me an advantage.
Right. And it's like, last year's playoffs, you wanted to have one of the Ravens on your team.
Yeah.
You're not going to survive 3 weeks of the Ravens not scoring enough points. They're going to score points. So you want to capture some of that.
100%. I mean, so 2583, Mahomes, Dak, CMC, Camaras, Swift, Eckler, Hunter. Receivers I like a lot. Thomas, Rice. We have a JSN faller,
Take
which
that.
is take the all day. Olave, Bateman, Tillman, Leggett, Amari Cooper, receiver 2 for the Cowboys.
Dude, we got a lot of receivers who could put up 20 points in a hurry. I like this team.
I like it too, man. I think if I could build teams like this, I will most of the time. Like I'm cool stopping at 2 quarterback when it's like a Mahomes Dak and it's just kind of just adjusting.
100%.
Let's see. Our boy Kev Mack was in. Kind of want to see his team. He has a Burrow to 2 QB. Love that. Mixon, Junkins, Brian Robinson. So we're playing the offset with the Eckler and Eckler,
Well.
Mason, Benson, Giggins, solid RB room. Like I like this.
Yeah.
Lamb, Higgins, Hill, Piggins, Shaheed, Wandell, Wicks, Horton. I don't see it picked much. And then Johnu and Kate Alton. So overall, good team. He stacked it.
I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, Hill. Hill's a weird one, man. Are you in on him this year or off?
I am. It's just he's such a good player, and like last year, he had that like incident with the police where they like it
Yeah,
seems like they wrongfully arrested him. He broke his wrist,
broke his
and
wrist.
then
Yeah,
and then played the whole year with a broken wrist. And like we saw with Amari, I know people don't want to give Amari credit for the wrist injury. You kind of need your wrist to play NFL wide receiver at a high
yeah.
level. And it seemed like the Dolphins really just kind of used Tyreek as a decoy last year. Like, and even in his decoy year, so he would minimize the hits, he had almost 1,000 yards. It's like, I don't know, man. He's such a good player to me. It's like Devontae, just take him in the third round.
Hill. So like some metrics are down on him. Like yards per route run, stuff like that. But it's like it's not like he has reasons why he might have played bad, right? The injury. Tua wasn't the starter for what, like a couple weeks. And I want to do a deeper analysis on this, but like, do great players have bad years sometimes, and then they bounce back? You know
I,
what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna have to work with my team on this. We'll probably have to do a bunch of reports and studies, to actually have the data. But something tells me you might be onto something.
yeah, it's like, hey, like playing through an injury all year, he still put up 1,000 yards, right? He still, commanded a lot of targets. So I think we could look at Tyreek Hill as that player that was like so obvious, kind of like CMC, right?
And
Where
Saquon, remember when Saquon was a 2-3 turn pick, and it's like, I don't know, man. He's been
yeah,
hurt. I just don't know if he has it anymore.
exactly. So like that's where if Tyreek falls to me in the third, I take him every time just because it's like we're playing to win. Like Tyreek Hill is less than 2 years removed from putting up 1,700 receiving yards.
Yeah,
So yeah, so are you down to another puppy?
I'm down. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah.
Let's
I
do it.
chat if anyone's here. We are doing another puppy. Um,
Ooh, Snapfield.
if you wanted to join, good thing you didn't, because we're gonna kill this room.
You snooze, you lose. But sorry if you wanted to join.
Yeah, sorry. Next time.
Next time.
We pulled a 1.3.
All right. I don't get this a lot.
I don't either. I feel like the 1.3 is a pick I never get, which so there's a clear tier through the first 6 picks.
Yeah.
Right? From ADP. I mean, look, after Gibbs, there's not even a 7. It's Puka at 8.
How long before Genti joins as that 7?
Not long. With the way I'm seeing him drafted, he will be going up there. I mean, look, he's already moving. Like he's gonna pass Puka real soon.
Yeah, he's scooting
So
right up there.
So how do you rank these top 6 guys? Because for me, it's Chase 101. Like I have them
Yep.
clear after that. After that, man, you could make a case for any of these guys in any order.
I'm rocking with my guy Saquon at 2, not just
Okay.
because he's an Eagle, but because the man was Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Offensive line still projects to be the best in the league. Even if you have injuries, they're deep. Like you see right there, almost 2,300 yards from scrimmage. He could run even hotter on touchdowns this year. Like that was his first year in the offense.
Yeah. Like that is one thing where Hurts, like I know Hurts will probably get 15 touchdowns again.
But at 3, personally,
real
I
quick.
like Jefferson or CD.
Yeah, I've been taking CD over JJ, but I'm fine. Actually, we'll take JJ this one, and then no, we're taking CD.
Hey.
CD. So my thesis on CD Lamb is that he is 2 years removed from being a receiver 1, right? So he has a ceiling. JJ, I love JJ. I think JJ is a great player, but like Sam Darnold had actually like a really, really good year last year.
Yep.
And there's a chance JJ McCarthy's not that good.
That is a possibility. And I'm not as worried that he might not be good, but I'm more worried that he's not like a gunslinger like Darnold was letting it rip. McCarthy's more like calculated. He's not taking those deep shots quite as often. Darnold was letting it fly.
He was letting it fly. The scheme was perfect for him. The play act, like his play action, like it's just every time play action, throw to JJ. But like between Lamb and JJ, like JJ is a better receiver, I think, but Lamb is right there with him. But like it's also the target competition where it's like I know JJ got there last year, but like Hawkinson's gonna be healthier. Addison's really good. Um, and then Lamb has who?
Bro,
Like,
haven't you been hearing about Cavante Turpin, the
yeah,
30-year-old receiver or the returner?
he's an 18 round pick you must have. Like,
Yeah,
get the
bro, you got to get those 500 yards in like the 11-point fantasy games that happened 2 times. Yeah,
yeah,
got to have it, bro.
dude's 29 years old or about to be. And I was like, okay, like I thought he was young. I thought he was like a 24-year-old guy. I was like, okay, maybe there's some upside, but no, like I don't know. I just think Lamb showed last year that he could ball out with the backup too. You know, he was still commanding targets. He was putting up good games, and
And he was hurt last year. Like that's another thing. Like
he was
he
hurt
had
last
that
year.
he had that bad shoulder injury, and he was playing through it, and he still really produced. So that's why, like, if someone wanted to argue CD 102 just from like I don't want running back round one, I'm like, we did it last year,
Yeah,
and then last year went as bad as it could have for CD Lamb, and he still had 1,200 something yards.
he's still at 1200.
Like that's the
Um,
floor.
so we're up next pick. This is a range where I kind of like I still don't have it figured out yet. So is Taylor the smash here? Is it
I
Higgins or
think
Hill?
I think Taylor's the smash, and then you just hope
Just whoever
Higgins or
comes.
Tyreek fall to you.
Okay, so do you take Rice over Higgins or Hill yet, or we still
Not
kind of
quite yet,
go
because I really like T Higgins.
Higgins? Me too. Me too. I'm in on Higgins this year, man. I think Higgins from like the best ball world where it's like this dude could put up 40 points.
Yep, he was the guy you needed in Week 17.
Yeah, for twice, right? Like I think BBM when I think Chess Liam or
Oh, okay.
Crane. But it wasn't week 17 because week 17 was Jamar Chase. But if you had Chase and Higgins, week 16, Higgins put up 40 points.
Mm,
So
okay.
it was flip flop. So Higgins goes for me. I think I have it Tyreek or Rice for one of these.
It's interesting.
Do you take do you still have JSN, Garrett, Marvin over Rice or no?
No, I do not. And I
No.
like that's one of those things that like once the season starts, you'd like think back on it and be like, dude, I was taking JSN over Rasheed Rice, you know.
Yeah. So
I
Rice
think
Rice would be the pick.
I'm down. Get
Yeah.
ahead
I
of the
just look, I know it's ahead of ADP, but like just like Rice, like I want the number one with Mahomes and the number one with Sam Darnold. Like it's just
if he's healthy, like he stays on this healthy track that he seems to be, like
yeah.
by July, let's say, Rasheed Rice could be like his ADP could be like 20.
How I say it right here, because I feel like Rice is gonna fall into this. Like you see where Lad is, like he's gonna
Yep.
fall right here between Lad and Higgins.
Yep.
You
I
know,
agree.
and you know what? We're gonna see some crazy shit. I guarantee you, in the next month, we're gonna see where people take Rice at the 1-2 turn, so they could take Worthy at the 3-4 turn.
Yep. I also think AJ Brown's going to keep coming up.
Man, Brown, I feel I'm like a little scared of Brown, but I don't know if it's for the right reasons. But
Well, we like the talent for sure.
we love
It's
the
just
talent.
like a volume. Is the
Yeah,
volume going to be there? But
yeah.
I have a hard time imagining that. Well, A, the defense got worse. So they're not going to have the commanding leads they had all the time, in my opinion. And so
Who
they're
did
going to have to throw.
who did they
The Eagles.
lose? Hmm.
They lost Milton Williams to the
Oh
Patriots
yeah.
for like 26 million. They lost
Okay.
Josh Sweat, who was like one of their starting defensive ends.
Yeah.
CJ the safety, Darius Slay. They lost like half their starters on defense almost.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the Pats. I'm a Pats fan, so like we
Oh, okay.
signed Milton Williams like 26
Hey,
million for this
you blew a
nose
bag
tackle
on Milton, bro.
and a Diggs, right? We spent like over 50 million for one old guy off ace coming off ACL, and then just some fat dude who's like a good run stuffer.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
you guys spent Yo,
Yo,
Albie.
what up, Boogie? You see, he knows Rice to the Moon. Boogie, 11th place, 10th place, BBM finalist. He's all in on Rice.
Bro had to
So
clock in at 0330.
yeah, yeah. So we have a CeeDee Lamb, Rice, Taylor Starr. I feel strong about this right now. Up in 5 picks. Man, there's a lot of players that like I don't mind it, but it's like after
The DJ Moore disrespect is so crazy, bro.
I mean, I understand like why people are kind of like scared off that because you bring in Burden, you bring in Loveland, but I feel more confident with DJ Moore at this price than I do at Rome at where he goes.
Right. I get those worries for Rome and Cole Komet. I'm
Yeah,
like, DJ Moore is the
he's the
explosive Amon
one.
Ra St. Brown for that offense. He has Ben Johnson. Amon Ra St. Brown doesn't have Ben Johnson.
Well, he goes. We're on the
They're dumb.
clock.
Like a Marion?
I
Or is
think
there a stack?
so. Like so, it's like this is where I would take Kittle if I wasn't sure. A Marion.
Bro just defaults to the Kittle. He's like,
Yeah,
Kittle.
I'm
I
cool.
don't mind Kittle with the next pick, but I kind of like
Yeah.
the Marion value.
I need to start drafting more of Marion because I was drafting a bunch of him pre-draft, and
Yeah.
he got the capital of the team. It just then I was like, you know what, like Najee, I was like, what if he's just annoying and he's like doing more? But it's like, no, like a Marion, like you wanna bet on the talent and the draft capital on that team.
100%. And yeah, so we'll make this pick here.
I mean, what receiver do you like here compared to is it him or
I
Kittle?
kind of like Waddle. I also
Waddle.
like Cortland Sutton.
I have so much Kittle. We'll do a little Waddle action.
Right. Another guy who was like a round 2 pick last year.
Yeah.
That just the offense went left, but would anyone be shocked if Waddle like had the spike week you need?
Nah, of course not. Like Waddle, man, like I was off Waddle the first 2 years, and then the last 2 years I've been on him, and he's burned me each time. But like if people are scared of Tyreek Hill, that's good for Waddle.
If Tyreek Hill gets traded, Jalen Waddle's getting like 10 targets a week.
Dude, if Hill, let's just say Hill got traded to fucking I don't know Patriots or whatever, Waddle would
And that's a
jump
very real
to
possibility.
return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be like Lad. Like he'd be
Oh,
in that
yeah.
Lad role, you know,
Yeah.
of the unquestioned guy.
Yeah, 100%. And two, like I know I love Kittle, but it doesn't feel great only having 2 receivers to the first 5 rounds.
I agree.
Yeah, like
He's more like that 1-3-1 type thing.
yeah, like if like I think what I like doing is like I'll go like I'll do like I'll go 3 receivers and then it's like okay like I could go Kittle or I'll go RB like a Marion and then take Kittle at the 4-5.
I'm with that. And like you were saying on O'Marion, like the Najee thing, I do think it'll be annoying a little bit, but I think we kind of get that baked into the price here at 46.
Agreed.
Whereas like if Najee wasn't there, he'd be kind of maybe going where Josh Jacobs is almost, you know?
Yeah, like if Harris wasn't there, I would feel good about taking Marion at the 2-3 turn right here.
Yeah.
100%.
That talent is so good and the offensive line's so good. And they want to establish it.
You know who his player comp is?
Who is it?
Jonathan Taylor.
Woo!
Yeah, like he's a JT type player. Like he's someone that could just break fantasy.
JT Jr. I like it.
JT Jr. So this is usually the range where like a fallen RB will fall sometimes, or just take 2 receivers. Be like,
yeah, I still like Godwin. I still like Debo. This is a nice pocket of the draft now.
It is, yeah. I don't mind this part.
The room's given Godwin, the DJ Moore effect. It's like,
yeah, it's weird. God, like Emeka does. So Emeka definitely does hurt Godwin, I think. But I think at this price, it's basically just paying for it. Like,
right.
This should be Godwin's floor. So I like Godwin here. We'll take him. Gives us an option to take a Baker later.
And I think they paid Godwin like 3 years, 70 million, almost like 23 million a year or something. You
Yeah.
pay, they perform the surgery on him and everything. You don't do that if you have like injury concerns. I think they took Mecca Ibuka because wide receiver, second highest paid position in the league,
Yeah.
and you have a good one at 19, you take them.
And they're like, hey, if we have a chance to win anything, we need to get Baker just as much weapons as we can, because just have Baker have all these guys and just see what he could do with it.
They can't go through another stretch like last year where Jalen McMillan and Kate Otten were their wide receiver one and
Yeah.
wide receiver two.
It's a great pick for the organization because look, Godwin and Evans are old. They're almost 30, or Evans is 30. So it's like, you take this pick for the future. I mean, for me, I think Golden I like here. Just betting on the upside. I'm Ricky, I'm not in on right now. Pickens is whatever.
I'm also down for Diamont, Golden, either one.
Yeah. Diamont, so you know how I tell you about like blind spots? Like Demont's been a blind spot for me like the last 3 years. And
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. He's good, like like he's on a great offense. He's gonna score 10 touchdowns, but I don't know, man. I mean, I guess
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I guess like guaranteeing yourself getting like points right here is not a bad thing for sure.
Yeah, because last year he missed a month and still had 12 touchdowns. He was like a guy I was not taking pre-draft, just because you never know how the draft can go. But even more so, I really like the wide receivers going there. But now, post-draft, he survived the draft. Again, not the major concern, but a lot of the wide receivers we like move up, and at like 75, it's like lock in 10, 12 touchdowns. Like I think people think Gibbs is going to like totally snatch his chain, and it's like they're not going to ride Gibbs into the ground like that.
Do you think with the new OC, there's a chance where Gibbs, like the OC does play Gibbs more? And just saying like, hey, like this is our guy.
I think they have so much respect for Montgomery in that locker room, like the Sonic and Knuckles dynamic, like maybe a smidge more. I guess my greater concern would be is that like the Lions offense maybe regresses and just scores less.
Yeah. Which they will from last year. Last year was a anomaly. Like,
yeah,
I think because 2 years ago, I think they averaged like 29 points per game or 30. Last year was like 33 or 34.
It was wild.
Something crazy. But you're right, though. Like, I think because, like, DMAW guarantees us maybe like just advancing, 160, 180 points. But then Golden could be a bust, right? Like, he could just be dog shit this year.
But it's good to mix it up. Those are two guys that I want exposure to both of them, and just kind of one team has Golden, the other has Montgomery. They offer different things.
Plus, it gives us like all these guys. So we have Dak late week stack. We have Mahomes coming up, Mahomes, Tua, Baker,
Jordan Love.
Yeah,
Jordan Love's nicey.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of Love Packer things. Tight end, not really interested. I mean, we can do Jonnu and then have a Dolphin, but I haven't really been drafting a lot of Jonnu.
Ooh, Jonnu might be my number one tight end.
Really? Hey, I mean, what he did last year, I mean, was special. 88 catches, 900 yards.
And after the bye week, he averaged more fantasy points per game than it was either Bowers or McBride.
I just hate it because if Jonnu does what he did last year, I think that's going to affect Waddle a lot. But
hey, they trade Tyreek Hill. Now you have the top two guys.
That's true. Wait real quick? Do we take the Faller and Mahomes at this price?
I think so. Just because you never know, someone on the turn might snipe us on some nut shit.
I think Mahomes. I thought the price last year, like I did take Mahomes because I was doing like Mahomes worthy, but like. Would you be surprised if Mahomes came back and scored like 400 points this year?
Not at all.
No, right? And you're telling me we could get him in the 90s?
Man, this is going to be a fun debate at this next pick because I know who you're going to want.
Oh, Pacheco?
Pacheco or Kelsey? Dust.
Oh, fuck. I'm cool with just having. You said thank God. I don't. By the way, I don't like Kelsey, bro. Like I just don't like his price. I do feel like with Mahomes it's fun to stack, but like I'm more than okay just keeping it like a Mahomes Rice thing.
And we could always go Noah Gray round 18, low key. Not even kidding.
I think I look okay, real quick. Janu or Pacheco?
I would be Janu. Pacheco is so. I'm not. Pacheco is ranked at like 170 for me.
For you? We'll talk. I want to talk to you about that. That's interesting. So you're fully out on Pacheco
I'm
now.
fully out. I don't know if he makes the team.
No, oh come on. No, that's ridiculous.
Seventh. Hear me out. 7th round pick from a few years ago. Can't catch passes. Not really a pass blocker either.
Yeah.
Doesn't have juice as like he runs hard, but he doesn't really get the long runs. And then he just had like a devastating leg injury where they buried him behind Kareem Hunt. It's like Rashard Smith's making the team, I think, as like the 3rd down back.
So Hunt and Smith and Pacheco are probably the 3 favorites. I think Eli Mitchell, right, is odd man out or would be the 4th.
The sneaky thing about Eli Mitchell, though, is even though he's like the new guy in town, whenever he's healthy, he has juice. And that's what they need is juice. And it's like,
yeah, go ahead.
It's like Kareem Hunt's the guy they trust. They can give him the work. Rashard Smith's like the exciting rookie that they were apparently quote unquote shot. Like one of their like lead scouts said, like, we could not believe he was there. We're already excited getting the playbook. I think it's Eli Mitchell versus Pacheco, and it's like in a bubble. Eli Mitchell's better.
So I'm in obviously I'm complete opposite where so one is I will say Pacheco could be dust. Like it could be where I'll be shocked if he doesn't make the team, but I do think he could be like kind of like just the backup whatnot. But I think it's like Pacheco, the first few years, he was really efficient as a runner, right? Like 4.5 yards per carry. He was explosive. He's kind of like a Chuba Hubbard in the passing game. He's not a great pass catcher, but like he could kind of like PPR his way there. But real quick, we're up in 1 pick.
How do you feel about Jordan Love?
I'm cool with Love here. I mean, Waddle is obviously a later one we could do, or it's either him or Tuin.
I'd be down to go Tootin and push Love.
Let's go Tuin first, yeah, because I want to get a 3rd RB. Yeah, and then because it's like we do have Jonnu and Waddle, we could do the Tua push it if we like someone here.
And that one hole was definitely going to take Tootin. He's
100%.
I thought is he going to take a running back ever? The one hole.
So we have Taylor, Hampton, Tuin. So either could we do a Love Tua thing if Tua just keeps falling, but potentially.
I'd be down.
Yeah. So we have Golden. Yeah, let's do Love because we have some cheap back stacks as well. I'm cool with that.
And then sometimes you get lucky and Tucker Kraft falls.
Yeah. Where Kraft, I think, is undervalued right now.
Yeah.
Like, give me Kraft over David Njoku. Give me Kraft over the rookie tight ends. I mean, this dude is like, if he was a sneaky winner in the draft where Packers did draft Golden, but Golden's not an alpha receiver. Right? Like, if anything, he helps open the field more for Kraft.
Yeah, Kraft is a great value. There's an argument that he should be going like 15, 20 picks higher.
I think I'd rather have Kraft than Kelsey.
I agree.
Yeah, like Kraft, because like I don't think Kelsey scores touchdowns no more. Like Kelsey, it just I don't know, man. He's falling off.
Kelsey's there for the vibes, and Tucker Kraft is like, I'm trying to earn generational wealth for my family. Like they're at very different stages in their career right now.
I'll only draft Kelsey if I have Mahomes. That's all. Like
I agree.
Yeah, that's Well, let's go back to Pacheco real quick. So you have him ranked 170. The way I've been drafting him, I probably have him ranked like 80, 85. And how I see with Pacheco is like he's a good running back when it comes to like, let's say, running the ball, right? He's got the job done. I mean, his yards per carry would say so. I don't like, I like he's a fun runner. Like I'm sure his metrics maybe not the best, but he's better than Hunt. I mean, Hunt was dog shit last year.
He was better than Hunt. I just worry when like a guy like that who runs so hard, like literally snaps his leg.
So what was the injury? He broke his foot, right?
His leg, like the whole major bone in his leg.
All right. So people are worried about him because Pacheco looked like dust last year, and then he was in a timeshare for Hunt, right?
Yeah.
But what if in this crazy world where an RB just breaks his leg, I think he came back a little earlier too. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's true, but he rushed back because there's a chance he was out for the whole year.
Right.
So let's just say a player that showed he was good for fantasy and it's debatable in real life, but he comes back, rushes, to the team, and he's not good. I mean, maybe he'll just get better, a full offseason healthy, and then the Chiefs didn't draft no one. Like, yeah, I know Pacheco was a 7th round that hit, but like
They
Brashard
didn't. They didn't draft no one, brother.
Brashard,
Rashard, whatever his middle name is, Smith wasn't drafted, brother.
yeah, in the seventh round where
Just like Pacheco.
yeah, that's the only thing is
They're
maybe he's
having a
like
mid off.
Pacheco. A mid off. Okay, real quick. 2-3-5-1. Receivers, fuck that. RBs. I've been taking more Ray Davis.
I'm down for Ray Davis.
He's good. Like if you see his
Yeah.
film and like what he does, bro, like he's just a fun player. And plus, like James Cook, bros, had like 16 touchdowns last year. Maybe Ray Davis still some of those, or maybe James Cook holds out, right?
Yeah, he's having
And
like a midlife like NFL career crisis right now.
you know where I could see James Cook traded to?
Where's that?
The Cowboys.
Oh man.
Yeah, I could just see like
I could see it.
Cowboys just give like a third or fourth. Just be like, yo, like Ray
That makes
Davis.
so much sense too for
Yeah,
them, for Dallas.
yeah.
And Buffalo if you're not going to pay them.
Because Cowboys love to pay play. Like they do like to pay their own players sometimes. But like I could see them be like, yo, let's just pay James Cook, give him a contract. He's RB.
So do you want to do a third quarterback on this team, or are we fine with Mahomes and Love? Because there's some nice tight end values.
Yeah, I'm more than
Goddard.
fine with these two.
I like
Kincaid.
Kincaid. I like Goddard.
Yeah.
We got a little mini Buffalo thing.
Yeah, I like this actually. I think Kincaid's a guy. Like Kincaid, I think is just a guy that's just gone so far where he's still first round tight end that it's just tight ends take a long time to develop sometimes.
Yes.
Right? Like we don't always have the Brock Bowers or the Sam Laportas. Like usually it's like 25, 26, then they start to show out. And Kincaid, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if this year he kind of like puts it all together.
100%. Last year he was banged up too, so that's definitely going to hurt your year 2 breakout. When people also put like some unreasonable expectations, like 5th round in fantasy, people lost their minds a little bit, projecting something that hadn't even come close to happening yet. Yeah, I get it. Stephon Diggs was gone, but I think they're into Kincaid and fully healthy year 3. It just makes so much sense. Like they're not going away from him.
And tight ends are random, man. Like Laporta goes pick 60 something. Like if Kincaid outscores Laporta, like I wouldn't be shocked.
Right.
But I would be shocked as in like if Josh Palmer outscored Jared, like Myers, Godwin, Shakir, Debo, but like with tight ends, no, man. Like Kincaid, I think this is his floor right here.
Yeah. The thing we know about Buffalo is that they're going to score a lot. What we don't know is where the scoring is going to come from. Nobody in the world thought James Cook was going to have 16 touchdowns. He had like 2 the year before, or 4 the year before. It was like something like crazy.
They don't really have alphas either. Like Cook is not going to score 16 touchdowns again.
Yeah, he went from 2 to 16. Like, so anyone who says Kincaid, oh, we know what he is. We don't know what he is. We don't know what the scoring.
Look how crazy this is. So this dude legit like less attempts, less rushing yards, less passing. He scores 16
times more touchdowns. They go somewhere.
Like James Cook was the guy that could never score touchdowns after year 1 to now. What, he led the league in touchdowns last year or tied?
I think so. He was definitely 1 or 2.
It's ridiculous. But like, look,
what if that's Ray Davis this year?
That's Ray Davis. Look, he had 3 touchdowns. He caught 3 touchdowns. He
caught 3, sneaky too.
And look, he's a pretty good pass catcher as well. Yeah, we're smashing this draft, man.
I'm rocking with. I'm coming more and more around to the Ray thing. That's sharp.
Yeah, it's because I saw on a stream, I forgot what stream it was, but they were just kind of talking about like Ray Davis, and he's a good player. And I was like, you know what, like sometimes you just take good players and things will pan out.
In good offenses, nonetheless.
Yeah, and it's kind of like we're betting against, right? I'm not drafting James Cook, so it's like, you know what, like Ray Davis, maybe he's the Buffalo piece in week 17 that goes off.
100%.
So we do have Tua probably falling to us. If so, it's because like with the like, man, I think we go Tua here, man. I don't know if there's any players that you would want over him, but
I'm down to go Tua.
look, I know we're betting on Mahomes and Love thing, but like with
injuries
the quarterback,
happen.
And it's like we got Mahomes at pick 94,
Yeah.
like, and it's like Tua, like Tua could be a top 6 quarterback this year in fantasy.
100%.
And he like Eckler's probably the RB 45, like Alec Pierce.
Sorry, I like Keenan or Alec Pierce.
We'll go Alec Pierce.
Bet.
But like real quick with three quarterbacks, it's just there's so many variables where it's like, let's say if Mahomes does smash, Love is good, but let's say week 15 Mahomes has a dud, and then Tua goes for 404 and Waddle goes for 200, and then Jonnu goes for like 102.
Yeah,
and the reason why we did this because we chose to take Tua over Dylan Sampson or Keenan Allen, who might not even sign. Like,
don't you say that? But no, I know what you mean. Yeah, and I know that this is like going to be totally illogical, but
yeah,
I think the thing that made me hold up for a second in my brain about Tua is that, like, I know I built so many Mahomes, Jordan Love Tua teams last year, and they were just trash.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to like you get that out of your mind, and you're like, this is a new year, and Mahomes is not at pick 48; he's at pick 94. And
Love's not a pick 80.
Right.
Tua's not a pick 120 or whatever.
Exactly. So
we get to
totally different time.
You get to hurt yourself again, just cheaper.
It's different this time.
It's different this time. Like real quick with Alec Pierce too is I like Pierce, man. Like I have this mindset where Pierce is the only guy on that team that does something different.
Yeah, he's like Colts Bateman.
Yeah, that 100%. Like Pierce had 800 and I think like 8 last year. A Rich obviously has a connection with him. If Daniel Jones becomes a quarterback, like I think Alec Pierce is fine, right, as that deep threat. So to get that, I think
he can regress and pay off this price. Like getting that 807 or whatever it was is like you'll take that all day at this price.
He's basically Mims, but just 50 picks cheaper.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a 3-4-6-2 build. The good thing about this flexibility too, because I feel really solid about how we structure this. Like I'm cool with stopping at 2 tight ends, or we could go 3 if we wanted to.
That's a nice thing about Jonnu, because the way he produced after that bye last year, it was like Trey McBride Bowers level. If you bet that you're right, you can call it at 2.
So here I'm thinking either Wicks to go with Love, or we could do a Jalen Wright thing, or we could say that for Ollie if we want to do a Dolphins.
I like Wicks.
Wicks is another guy where I think he'll probably continue to fall or he'll bottom out around here. But it's like Wicks, like at least we know Wicks is a good receiver. He just can't catch.
Right. And what if he's on the drugs machine this summer? That's like, I feel like that's something you can fix if there's anything you can fix.
Well, the first year, dude, like was catching the touchdowns, right? Like he was doing it his rookie year, like down the stretch. Last year he struggled. QJ is a perfect example. QJ his rookie year dropped everything, and then he scored 8 touchdowns. So
sorry, I want to get back to that, but Patrick Mahomes checking down to his. We only have one stack piece right now for Mahomes, running back, Brashard Smith.
Let's do it. Let's
go.
Let's go Brashard.
RB1 for the Chiefs, Brashard Smith.
The next Pacheco.
Hey,
I
If
like
I'm
that.
gonna bet on anyone, it's an explosive, and he's really explosive, productive running back.
And that's fair because I think one thing too is like I don't know his profile so much, so maybe he's a player I start to dive a little more deeper, and then I'm like, fuck, like
I
okay,
think he
maybe
had
yeah.
I think he had 1,700 total yards last year, and he ran a 4.39.
Oh man, so he's Darwin Thompson.
Some people say he's like Naheem Hines or something like that,
Yeah,
but or like Jerick McKinnon role. But it's like we'll take like Jerick McKinnon had like a 30 burger like 2 years ago or 3 years ago in the
and to be
playoffs.
and to be fair, Pacheco and Smith could both pay off because we could have Pacheco still a starter, but then Bashar Smith more playing third downs, more of like just another guy that use.
Right. There's room for a between the tackles guy and a guy catching passes, getting some carries as well. But
Yeah,
he
because if
had
we're yeah, go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
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 you
you
got
go ahead. Yeah.
it. I was just pulling up his stats from last year in college. So he was like a star running back in
Okay.
high school. Then he went to, I believe it was Miami, and they converted him to a wide receiver for some reason, and it didn't work out like at all. And then he transferred out of Miami, and he's like, I'm playing running back again. And he goes to SMU. He has almost 1,700 total yards and 18 touchdowns.
So kind of like a Tyrone Tracy, but just
Exactly.
with more production.
Yeah. And on the Chiefs.
I like that. I like
That's a
that.
good comp, like the Tracy. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, where are we at right now? Let's see. We have a 3-5-7-2 cooking. We have one more pick. So I would say RB just because
Yeah.
yeah. It would be between I think Ollie we could do with the Dolphins, Hunter, just whatever. Lloyd. Oh, we do have Love. I mean, would you want to do Lloyd
We
or
could
like?
do, I haven't done him yet, but this makes sense.
I mean, he's RB2 like on the team, right? Like I think he's behind Jacobs.
We saw the picture, he's
You saw the
healthy.
picture? Hey, my boy said he's fully healthy. So and
I,
yeah, yeah,
I trust that. So I actually do trust that source because like no one's gonna like lie at like a Costco or like whatever
yeah,
establishment that was.
yeah,
That's like a casual conversation. No,
yeah. It's
I'm
just
about it.
I mean, last year we were excited about him, and like I know Jacobs is a workhorse, but like the coach, like he's always had two RB systems. Like he's always in his career, and he raved about Lloyd before he had like a hamstring issue like every few weeks.
And he's got that pass down role, I think, potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
So
I,
correlates.
I forgot his profile, but I'm sure he's like a four guy at least.
I'm a little rusty on the Marshawn Lloyd profile myself.
Hey, I'm sure like 99% of people are.
Yeah, 86th percentile 40-yard dash, 93rd percentile speed score. Great athlete.
Great
Best
athlete.
comparable best comparable player in playerprofiler.com for what it's worth, DeAndre Swift. We would take that.
Yeah, we'll take Swift in the last round. I mean, the only thing that happened, like, it wasn't like he was bad. He just was hurt.
Yep. Like
Right.
Kyron year one, He's just hurt.
There you go. You guys heard it here. Marshawn Lloyd is the new Kyron Williams. Um, I'd be so happy if that was. Now
That
I'm gonna
rule.
start drafting more Lloyd. So this is our team. We have a 3-6-7-2 build. Mahomes, Love, and Tua. This is one of my favorite quarterback rooms.
Good blend of investment and depth, and you feel the worst thing is when you have like a sick team, but you have two quarterbacks and it's like going well, but then one gets hurt. It's like, and then the other has a bye. And next thing you know,
Yeah,
you had that 20, 30 point advancement lead, and now you're back 50. And you're like, what just happened?
yeah.
Shoring
It's
it up.
it sucks when you have only two quarterbacks and then one goes out for like 4 weeks, and it's like, man,
It's like I should have just took Tua over Dylan Sampson.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, like I just feel like don't try to get too cute. Like take the third quarterback because you're betting on these guys to be elite. Like we have Taylor Hampton, Love that for our first two RBs. And then we have fun guys. We have two in Jacksonville's RB1, Ray Davis, Brashard Smith, Lloyd,
Nice.
Lamb, Rice, Waddle, Godwin, Golden, Pierce, Wicks. Solid receiver room. I feel
Yeah.
really good about that. And then tight end, John New and Duncan Cade.
Man, we're pretty good at this.
I think so, man. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, both these teams will probably finish like 11th,
Type
you
shit.
know, but at least we can feel good about it now.
No, I love it. Love
Yeah.
both of those builds.
You know what I realized too is about like the 20-second timer, man. Like I could do more drafts where it's like before, like with 30-second, I'm like, it would kind of feel like longer.
Bro, the 40 or the 30-second clocks, those drafts go like 45 minutes plus.
Yeah, the 20 seconds is what, like half an hour, maybe 35.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you get an auto draft or two, then it really zips by.
I think I don't know if you got to go, but I think I'm gonna do probably one more draft.
So I do unfortunately have to hop off because I committed to another stream at 4:45. So I will
Oh,
have to hop
nice,
off.
nice. What's
Yeah,
do you wanna? What stream is that?
just me and my buddy from my home fantasy league. His name in the Discord is Sean F. He's like new in the Discord.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome, man. Is
Yeah,
it?
you'll have to lock in. You guys would rock with each other.
Yeah. Sounds good, bro. Well, I appreciate you hopping on, doing a couple puppies with me.
Dude, thanks for having me. It's always a blast. Looking forward to doing more this summer. And we took down the big board already, right?
Yeah.
Now Puppy won, so just have to keep knocking these out, man.
Yeah, BBM soon.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Have a great one. Thanks for having me.
Hey, you too, man. Have a good day.
Peace.
Peace. All right, so let's see, one sec. Kick him from studio. All right, guys. So you guys still got me. So I think what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna do one more draft. I have time. We'll probably just do another puppy. $20-second puppy. Let's get it. Waiting for 3 more people. That was fun. I feel pretty good about those two teams. The structured. It feels like both drafts. We had some 80 nice. We had some nice ADP fallers. All right. See if I can make the screen a little bigger. All right, so we have the 1.4 this draft. Nice. This year, I think I'm cool with like every pick besides like I feel like pick 7, pick 8 are probably the worst spots right now, just because for me there's a clear top 6 ADP, and then it's kind of like whoever with these guys. But I do like the early second as well, because sometimes you have a CMC faller. Bowers I'm okay with. So I do like that I have the 1.4 in this draft. All right, draft has kicked in. Let's fucking go. So we have Barkley at the 1.1, Chase, and then Lamb goes. This is very interesting. I think this will be a Bijan team. I really like going receiver early. Because I like the 2-3 turn what you could do with the running backs there, but I don't want to fade Bijan, right? Like Bijan Gibbs are guys I don't want to fade. I don't want to fade Barkley. Like it's just tough because structurally I like my teams better when I go like a Chase Lamb JJ. But at the same time, I don't want to fall victim to just like follow suit because it's like I could still build a great team even though I take Bijan, right? Bijan's RB1, and then I could just find some value later. All right, cool. All right, let me fix this board real quick. I don't think I like that this much. Nah. I'll play with this later. We're just gonna go back to this one right now. Yeah, that board is way too small if I do like that. All right. So we see CMC go 1.11. That's what I was saying earlier. I think CMC is going to continue to rise. I mean, the more reports of him being healthy, and also I think a lot of people are going to have hard times ranking the receivers that go here, right? Between like Amara, Malik Puka, even Brian Thomas. So I think people are gonna be like, you know what, fuck it, just give me CMC. Just give me the best RB in NFL, right? Give me the guy that could score 400 points. All right, so he goes CMC Devon Achan. We're up in 5 picks. I probably should have took a piss before I started streaming. Probably should have, but that's okay. All right, so we're up in 3 picks. We have Bijan Robinson, Drake. I wonder how many teams have a Bijan Drake team. That's gonna be very rare to have. So we got Bijan. So Bucky goes. Could do Taylor. Could do McBride. I think we're gonna take a receiver here. We're gonna go Higgins. I think. Yeah, we'll go a little T Higgins action. I like T. I think T is just solid. Points per game, T is always like pretty good. It's just he can't stay fully healthy, or he has these like weird games where he starts and he doesn't play. But if you could give us a full 17 game slate of T Higgins, dude's gonna put up like 80, 1,300, and like 10 plus touchdowns. And it's nice to kind of play off the Jamar Chase thing where it's like Jamar Chase is obviously the GOAT, but like if you make the finals and you have Higgins, right? Like obviously there's gonna be teams that have Chase and Higgins, but like if you have Higgins and someone else has Chase, then if Higgins is the one going off, like you kind of, play that. We're up next. It's gonna be Tyreek or Rashid Rice for us. Could do Chase Brown too, a little Bengals correlation, but I really like Tyreek Hill at this price, man. I like Rice too, but Tyreek is less likely to be here, and Rice I can still take. Not this draft, but in general, like I can still pull up Rice. So I like going Bijan, T, and then Hill as my 2 receivers. If I don't take one of the top 3 guys, like right, like let's say if I like don't have Chase, JJ, or Lamb, the fact that I could go Bijan and then still go Higgins and Tyreek Hill, I feel pretty good about that. Yo, what's up, stars? How we doing, man? I don't know if you were here or not, but you just missed me and Sus did a couple puppy teams. Came out pretty good. Right now, I'm just soloing this puppy. Rishi Rice at pick 33 right there. We're up in 10 picks. in the next week, I gotta like just sit down and just like make my rankings because I have a good sense on like who I like where, but like there's pockets of the draft where there's a group of like 5, 7 guys where I don't know really how I truly want to put them in order. And it's just, when you're drafting live and you're trying to, do mental gymnastics or whatever, gymnastics of like who you like, it could be tough. So this team goes Brian Thomas, Henry Lamar, and Travis Hunter. This is one reason why I think Hunter's going to continue to rise up. We're going to see a lot of teams pulling Hunter up or just pairing Brian Thomas with Travis Hunter. I mean, look at all these receivers. There's not a running back to like 11 picks. I'd be cool with any one of these receivers right here. DJ Moore, Worthy, Watts. They're probably both gonna get picked right now. Okay. If yeah, see, couldn't have it. I mean, I'm cool with like these receivers are fine. JMO's probably a solid pick. Um, we're gonna do a little George Kittle action. I just like Kittle outscoring these receivers around him. Probably gonna be the number one target on the team. Had his best year last year, so like maybe you think he could regress from that. I say maybe he could build on top of that. New contract extension. The 49ers defense is worse, so they're gonna have to throw in more. George Kittle, man, just stay healthy. Ball out for me. Next pick is gonna be a receiver. This is my first time doing a stream on StreamYards, and I love it. I think StreamYard is very, very like the setup is just super easy and smooth, and the format is nice, and it's a free version too. I will be upgrading to one of the higher packages, but for now, this is definitely going to be what I'm using to stream. So we have a little faller, JMO. Um, I'm cool with JMO. Like I think JMO, in best ball, like he's a guy that could, spike your lineup, put up a big game. I like the Lions offense. The receivers here are all kind of like, I like them. I like Metcalf, really. I like Waddle. I like Addison. I like Olave. So I'll just take JMO, who's the faller there. We've been live for about hour 40. That man, shout out underdog for the 20-second clocks. Because if it was 30 seconds, I think I would just be finishing my second draft right now. But the fact that I could pump like a draft like every like 30, maybe 35 minutes is so nice. Sorry, just playing with it right now. Is this better? If anyone's in the chat, do you like this camera setup better or the other one? I think for the board, this might be better. I'm using my phone, watching my YouTube to see how it looks. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think we'll rock with this one for now. All right, so we are up in 4 picks. We have a 1-3-1 build, Bijan, Higgins, Hill, and JMO. And then we have George Kittle for our tight end position. All these receivers have a compare goes. I think what we'll do here, so for quarterback stacks later, I could do Purdy, I could do a Michael Penix thing, I could do Tua, I could do Jared Goff. We're gonna go Chuck. We're gonna go Demont though. Hold up. Is there a receiver I like here that I would take? Fuck it. We're just gonna go Matthew Golden, man. I don't love Matthew Golden, but I'm just like, man, like he has if Golden is a good receiver, I think he could be kind of like a JMO, right? Jordan Love loves to throw the ball deep. Packers, they have receivers, but like none of them is a clear alpha. Dobbs is their possession receiver. Wicks, like Wicks, he's kind of like a Golden, right? He could be a big play guy, but he just can't catch. Jaden Reed, is a type of Debo player, but he doesn't play a lot. He's a part-time player. So Golden has opportunity to really establish himself as maybe the number one target with Jordan Love. What I'm thinking here is that Kobe Myers, okay, he goes, so it doesn't matter. Um, I don't mind going Jaden Reed, just kind of betting on these two guys. Shakir, I'm starting to come around more on. Ricky Pearsall. Okay, we're just gonna do a Packers thing. The thing with Reed is he's a frustrating player. Yo, what the fuck, Brian? What's up, dog? How we doing, man? You're missing all these puppies. The thing with Jaden Reed though is he's a part-time football player, but like he could still spike in your lineup and have a 30-point week. And when I'm drafting my receiver 5, now it's a little different because usually JMO and Matthew Golden aren't my receiver 3 and 4. These two guys I would say are more like boom bust. So like taking another boom bust maybe isn't the smartest idea. But I mean Jaden Reed could still put up 30 points in a week. And I'm betting on the Packers with Golden already. So these are the two guys that I'm just saying that the Packers, Jordan Love is just going to be throwing to and just dominating. So we have a Bijan, Higgins, Hale, JMO, Matthew Golden, Reed, and a George Kittle. Fucking alpha start, man. Let's go. I love this team. Missed the memo. What's up, my boy? Bro, are you in my Discord? Because I post whenever I go live on there. If you're not, I'll send you a link. So I have like this Discord with my buddy because like we do a podcast and we stream stuff together, but I'm making a separate Discord for just football. And that I will be sending out probably next week as I still make it and see what kind of like exactly direction I want to do with it. Boner, we're not friends on Discord. What the fuck? Oh shit, I'm about to be on the clock, man. The fuck Boner at? All right, so real quick, who am I taking? Who the fuck do I have? Kittle, receiver. I could go Luther. Fuck these RBs. Oh my god, this is terrible. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go Luther. Let's go Luther Burden Dog. Receiver 6. A little Bona Brian special. Oh, we are friends. Hold up. Oh, you're in the Discord? Okay. If you don't have a role, I'll give you a role. Maybe it didn't update, but yeah, man, I'm gonna be so like my schedule's like super busy right now. So I don't stream much, but at the end of this month, I'm gonna have more free time and starting next month as well. So eventually, I would say probably in like 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be streaming like 4 to 5 times a week. And I'm just gonna be pumping content, bro. I'm gonna be pumping content. I'm gonna be hitting people up that wants to come on my stream, a bunch of stuff. I also have like a little idea for Friday nights. Will be kind of more like a drinking, drafting type of night, right? Where I'm not gonna get too much into that yet, but got a lot of fun stuff coming up. This is beautiful. Look, if Caleb, man, this guy's gonna do it. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, we got Luther Burden, the receiver one for Caleb Williams. That's what we're doing, baby. I love that. I love that. This is why you wait for quarterback sometimes. This is why you just take the receiver running back that you want because quarterbacks will fall to you. We only got one running back, but that's fine. I'm probably gonna be done at receiver. Um, I mean, I'm only gonna draft one more tight end. So wait, who the fuck took Loveland? This motherfucker. I was gonna do a Loveland thing, but never mind. You said I'm gonna fund you. You can fund me all you want, Brian. You know it's wild, wild, Brian. I'm not. I don't want to dox us, but I mean, no one's watching the stream, so it doesn't matter. But this summer though, we gotta hit a Morongo, bro. Gotta hit the tables up. Actually, for my birthday, I think in July, I'm gonna be going to Palm. I might stay in Palm Springs for the weekend, do some gambling out there. 7 picks away. I think what I'm going to do. I mean, I definitely want Jordan Love on his team when I have Reed and Golden, but also I need some RBs. Plus, oh, see, this is me thinking. Could do a little love and crafting and just stop at tight end and quarterback. Receivers, nah, I don't think taking a receiver right now is smart. RBs, some guys I like. Let's go. Oh, my back is killing me. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun this summer. Little boner, Brian. We're up in 2 picks. Taking an RB smart right here probably, but like I'm kind of just flirting with idea. Well, let me see. Because when was my next pick? 141. Could Tucker fall there? Maybe. Could Love fall there? Maybe. But I mean, Mason, I think is a solid pick right here. Yeah, gonna do it. Gonna take David Montgomery for the Vikings. Got to. With this next pick, Jordan Love is 100% gonna be on my team unless somebody wants to snipe him from me. I mean, they still got Jacobs. He could make a story where he could take Love. So we do get Jordan Love to fall. Nice. So we got a little Caleb Burden action, and then we have Love double stack with Golden and Reed. I love that. If Tucker Craft could fall, that'd be great, but I'm not banking on it. We're gonna start spamming RBs soon. You said Craft first. Would you? I feel like Boner. I feel like you would have went Craft and Love there and just push RB. But I'm not. I don't. I'm too much of a coward to do that. I don't know. Maybe Craft could fall. Just need 10 more picks. A little Craft falling. In the meantime, receivers. I'm good on all these receivers. These receivers I'm just not interested in right now. RBs. There's some RBs I like. I like Jaden Blue. I like Ray Davis. I think Rashada White is fine. I think Tyler Algier is fine. Tank's a weird one for me because it's like, I mean, Tank could be the guy that's like the first or second down guy, maybe, right? He's getting, maybe 12 carries a game, 14 carries a game. But I don't know. I think Tuin has a chance to establish himself there. I think Travis Etienne is still a solid RB, but Tank is the guy that's different in that backfield. Tuin does hurt Etienne more, and Tank is a guy that could be maybe just their thumper. Come on, baby. 4 picks away. Can we get Kraft? One time for the one time. Yo, what the fuck? Star. Fuck. That's fine. You son of a bitch. And then Michael Penis goes. You said never Tank. Yeah. What weren't you in Tank, Brian? Pre-draft? Or am I tripping? Dang, Drake. This is the farthest I've seen Drake May fall. Um, I've been taking a lot of Jaden Blue, but like I'm starting to come around more on Ray Davis. I think Ray Davis is a fucking good RB. And there's a chance James Cook could get traded, maybe. Maybe he holds out, maybe they can't, come have a resolution for the contracts. Always craft and cheese first, bags. Then add the milk. Oof. So we have a 2-3-6-1 building. We have Caleb Love, Bijan Mason, Ray Davis. We have Higgins, Hill, Jamo Golden, Jaden Reed, Luther Burden, and George Kittle as our tight end. For tight end, who do I like here? Kyle Pitts is kind of like that last tight end here before I'll wait. But for now, look, I get it. Jaden Blue isn't a great RB. He's small. He compares to Hines, but he's the only RB that has any juice with the Cowboys. And he's a good pass catcher. So, I mean, maybe he could be third down back. Maybe he's actually Turbin, but for the RB position. Brian said last year, not even in my ranks this year. Yeah, I'm not touching Tank at all. Quit fucking around, Star. Yo, yeah, yesterday was Yesterday was fun drafting with y'all. I pumped like 4 puppies out before I went to bed. Did Zero ever get back to you about who had the better team between me and you? Slappy. We're still gonna be doing RBs. We're up in 10 picks. Brian Allen, he won't make it back, but I'll be queued up. Roshan Johnson, we have a Bears thing going. I think Nick Chubb could sign with the Bears too, which I think would hurt Roshan. But if Chubb doesn't go to the Bears, there's a good chance Roshan has a bigger role than we all expect. When it comes to receivers, I could tack on like a no, never mind. I was gonna say I could tack on like a Dubs or a Wicks, but like I'm cool with just having 2 package receivers. I don't need to push it. Tight end, I mean, it's basically just take whatever tight end I like the most. I mean, all these tight ends I'm okay with, but probably gonna just take RBs. Brian said, "Nah, fuck Zero." Yeah, fuck that dude. Trey Harris is a cheat code. Are you drafting Trey Harris stars? Are you doing some Charger stuff? Trey Harris, he's been pushing. I think he was like in the 118s, and now he's like going around pick 100. I'm cool with Trey Harris there. I just don't have a lot because that's usually where I'm taking my quarterbacks. Like this is funny. I'll probably gonna take Roshan here at 165, even though his ADP is 188. But it's like, bro, like all these RBs are just ugly, man. Like I don't care what his ADP is. Like give me the RB2 for the Ben Johnson offense over Dylan Sampson RB3 over Austin Eckler over Devin Neal, a 6th round pick that might not even beat out Clyde. DJ Giddens, like maybe he's a clear number 2 behind Taylor. But yeah, I think some of these people are just smoking. But we will wait though. We're gonna go a Mike Gesicki. I think Mike Gesicki. I just love his situation with the Bengals. I think he's gonna have some spike weeks, and you know, he's the third option there probably. Star says easily gonna rise to 80s. I think it's a fair case to say that Harris could go near Burden and Emeka. Higgins also, yeah. Mike Williams, you just fooling around, Brian. Come on. Mike Williams is this year's DJ Shark. Yeah, like Star says, quit fucking around. Are you guys me drafting tonight? You guys doing any puppies? All right. Oh, fuck you, Jelly. You fucking bitch. So I talk about taking Roshan because of whatever, and I'm hold up. Fuck, I don't even know what to take. You fucking asshole, bro. Dude. So I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna take Roshan with pick 165. But then I'm like, you know what? Nah, like no one's gonna reach that far on Roshan. Jesus, bro. That really pissed me off. I should have just took Roshan. Fuck you, Mike Gasecki. Like I should have just took Roshan right there. All right, so this is how we're gonna do it. Let me stop fucking around. Shipley, Lloyd, Smith. Now I'm gonna play the game where like, hey, Nick Chubb does sign with the Bears, and he's gonna be the RB2 behind Swift. Um, I'm either gonna do a 2-7-7-2 build or I'm gonna do a 2-8-6-2. Actually, no, no, no. We're gonna go another receiver. Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Jaden. Quit fucking. Yeah, I need Chubb. Stars or Bry or anyone's there. Who's your favorite receiver of all these guys? Are you guys Cokers, um, Douglas, Wicks, Slayton, Amari Cooper? I like Pierce. I don't mind Alec Pierce. I think he's someone that could still have kind of a similar role from last year. Wicks, shout out free 3663 build. Facts. You know what? I mean, I might just do Wicks and then just have this like Packers onslaught where it's just like Wicks, Golden, and Reed. I don't mind that too much. Pierce though, like if Pierce is there, Coker. I mean, Adam Thielen resigning there does make things murky for Coker. I think Coker's a solid receiver, but with Ted, Adam Thielen, and Leggett, it's harder to see. Bro, I can't do the Hawkins thing, the Hopkins things, man. Like, if he couldn't be relevant with Mahomes, like I just don't see how he could be relevant with Lamar. Marshawn Lloyd, I think it's a solid pick. Could have done that with Packers. I think what we'll do, we'll go Brashard Smith. Kind of just, gamble on these RBs, these rookie RBs here. Woody Austin. Yo, Stars, you're a Washington fan. Is there any chance Jakery, Krusty, Merrick could do anything this year? Good call, LOL. I'm just a boomer. You are a boomer. Fuck it. But also like you boomers, I feel like draft RBs early, which you don't do. Ollie motherfucking Gordon. Yeah, yeah. I think Ollie's a pick, right? Um yeah, fuck it. We'll go Ollie first. Chubb, zero shot. Wait, is Chubb still there? Chubb's not even there, bro. He got picked. Chubb is gone. So we have a 2-7-6-2 build, right? Caleb Love. We're stopping here at quarterback, tight ends. We're stopping at 2. And this team. Oh, so we have 7 RBs. So I'm gonna stop here with the 7 RBs. Bijan, dog, like you're my RB1. You're gonna be the most important RB this year. Mason, you're David Montgomery, and then everything else just needs to fall in line. Ray Davis, gets a little more playing time this year. Jaden Blue is the starter for the Cowboys. Kyron Williams tears his ACL, and Jaquez Hunter just fucking explodes. Yeah, all that's gonna happen. BBC click. Who's a BBC click? Shipley. This build is diabolical. I think that's all I build, man. I think all my builds are diabolical. But it's actually funny. I think when I draft alone, I get crazy. But when I was drafting with Sus, like our teams were pretty well structured and good. Fuck. Are you saying I need one more? You know what? I mean, to be fair, I think one more dart would be nice with this. But ARBs, I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, look, if Bijan Robinson, if Bijan is RB1 this year, then I just need these 6 guys to fall in line to get my RB2 spot. And then I have Higgins, Tyreek in the receiver 1, receiver 2 spot. Then JMO Golden will be bouncing back in the receiver 3, and then Jaden Reed and Luther Burden are in my flex. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna have a Packers onslaught. We have a 2-7-7-2 build. Okay, this is a funky build, but I'm a funky guy. We have Caleb, we have Love as our 2 quarterbacks. Love that. Bijan Mason, Ray Davis, Jaden Blue, Hunter, Rashard Smith, Ollie Gordon. There's a good chance that we have 4 zeros between these guys. But that's the game we're playing, man. We're just playing that maybe Smith has a role with the Chiefs, Ollie Gordon, maybe he's the Raheem Mostert, Jaden Blue has juice and does something for the Cowboys. Receivers, Higgins, Hill, J-Mo, Matthew Golden, Reed, Luther, and Wicks. I don't love going 3 Packers receivers, but because it is the Packers and you could have where this week is Golden, this week it's Reed, and then this week Wicks does something. And then tight end, George Kittle and Mike Gesicki. So this is totally a Nick Bach type of build that I just streamed for you guys. That's our 3rd draft, and we will be finishing up there. I am done drafting, but shout out anyone that stopped in. I appreciate y'all. You know, I had a good time streaming with Sus as well. What's today? Sunday. I won't be streaming until probably next Friday, but in the meantime, I'll see you guys in Discord. And yeah, you know, appreciate stopping by. Until next time.